and you cannot find an apprenticeship that is worth crap. Let's say you can't move because your ex and their kid are in town or whatever. Okay. So that, in fact, I know of this exact situation, many cases of it. And so there you are, right? And you're learning on your own. What I recommend is try as hard as you can to develop connections with other artists locally if possible. For example, Steve Butcher, he's self-taught, but he ended up finding a couple of artists in New Zealand that would critique his work, would give him honest answers, were interested in seeing how he would develop and would comment. That's really important. If you can afford it at all, try to either get to a convention or go to an artist that you admire and get tattooed by them. You'd be surprised at what you might be able to get out of that experience besides just getting tattooed. Bring your portfolio, be prepared to tell them about what you're struggling with, the fact that you can't find an apprenticeship, whether or not you're willing to relocate. Maybe not start the conversation with that. Wait until they at least have enough time with you to know that they like you. But you have to not be shy about this stuff. You really have to put yourself out there. You need to try to make those connections. And I hate to say this, you will get attention from somebody if you are paying them $800 for a tattoo, right? You're going to have some hours of their time, right? And if you're sincere, you're coming from the right place, you're truly working hard to better yourself as an artist and develop these skills, they would rather see you succeed than fail, I promise you.
No, I think that's great insight. And truly, it's I guess a point of a lot of abundance for me that I didn't recognize that, but like, that's a lot of what Tattooed Heart, like I said earlier, gave me, was that right away, they were really into all of you guys. And I got this amazing look at all of these famous tattoo artists, or at least growing tattoo artists, or they were doing really cool things. Going and knowing who Jeff Gogwe is, and seeing you guys and meeting you and going to these events. In the beginning, a lot of it was, going to seminars and stuff like that. So definitely, I 100% agree. Like, go to seminars, go to tattoo conventions, all of those things you can't be shy about. And again, I guess I kind of looked over it just because it was that was all the time at my dad's hair salon. Like, if he wanted me to be the front end person, which I did that job for a while, he sent me to a receptionist seminar where I got to learn all this different stuff about how to be a receptionist. And I guess it was just something that I negated as like, oh, well, this is what you do. Like, if you're gonna go into a profession, you go and you check out a seminar. And typically with therapy too, just FYI, when you go to a therapist, you're in this headspace of just flailing, like you can't see beyond anything. And so usually with my therapist, she would throw out something that was so simple and so obvious to solve my problem that I just couldn't even see because I'm like drowning. That I couldn't even believe I couldn't see, but usually that was the thing that I needed to do, that I just needed somebody else to tell me. And remind me that like, oh yeah, I can problem solve this. So a lot of it is like hearing the stuff you kind of already know. That was honestly a lot of Jeff Gogwe's seminars, was just me kind of validating myself, being like, oh, cool. Yeah. Like, yeah, you know that. Like, that's cool. Like, so a lot of it is just finding your own gumption and allowing yourself to not kind of get in your own way in a lot of things too. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's a lot about the connections. It's a lot about having community, being able to ask those questions, even if it isn't directly there for you in a legit apprenticeship. I think that's essential. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we are going to have to wrap this up soon, but